category is word. Ho!
Grand Rising, everybody. I do apologize for not making any more YouTube videos. I've been focusing on getting a bag up and, working overtime. I've taken action to lose weight. I've actually lost 10 pounds, and this episode, of Pose was like really touched my heart, and it just had me sitting and thinking, and I had been thinking, like, the episode really had my mind really like, what do I want to say about this? Do I just want to kick out videos and be like whatever, just doing them? I always like to give 1010% to anything that I do, so I was just like, let me wait until I have some time and it's actually quiet, and now is the time. So I do apologize for not making a new review or sometime a video. I hope you guys checked out my review for the movie called Malignant that came out in 2021. Super good. So let's get started. This episode is going to be episode 6, titled Love is the Message. Bianca attracts an admirer to bring some cheer to the AIDS ward. Pray Tell organizes a cabaret. Patty asks Stan to meet her at the doctor's. So, in the previous episode, Pray's boyfriend was suffering from HIV/AIDS, and he was like, when I die, I want you to cry for a day, but move on and find love. And he's like, don't you talk about this. And he's just like, like, when you're dying, I'm not trying to poke fun, so please don't take it as that. He's like, don't say that. He's like, I'm really going to die. Nobody makes it out of this ward. And even the nurse, who is the head nurse of the AIDS unit on this show, she said, it's really depressing that, my patients aren't going to get any better. And Pray Tell's like, man, these lights make you look green or something blue. You need to fix it. And she's like, oh, now you're Martha Stewart. Why don't you come in here and bring some joy into this unit? So then Pray asks Bianca, please, I know you could sing. Can you please help me? I really need your help. That night you got really drunk and you sang Madonna. You woke up the whole neighborhood. I knew you could sing. So then right when Pray leaves the visiting his man, he passes away 10 minutes later. So the nurse was like, so do you want to come see him before they take him away? And then on the previous episode, he kept playing Love is the Message. And they're like, this song's so old. And he started drinking. He was depressed. And actually, the actor who plays Pray Tell in real life has HIV, for real. So Stan's wife is like, so Stan, I need you to meet me at an office. Okay. Are you sick? What's wrong? Stan, I know you're having an affair. No. You're having an affair and you're lying? She takes him to a therapist. No, honey. No, Stan, I know that you're having sex with a transsexual, is what she said. Are you gay? No. So then I'm thinking, if a straight man has sex with a TS girl, you both have penises. You are doing a homosexual act because somebody's a top, somebody's a bottom, and you have mouth and booty hole. I don't mean to be so descriptive or rude, but it's true. So she's like, I know what you're doing. Excuse me, y'all. I'm tired. I've been up for 24 hours, a little over 24 hours. Anywho. So I want you to move out. I know for a fact that you have still a month left on the lease, and you're gonna continue paying the bills. And when the time is right, you will I will get a job, but you're not gonna stay here, and I'm serious. So then this guy likes Bianca. The ladies is like, oh, he tells you romantic stuff. He's a man-ho. So then finally he goes, yo, Shardy, you stood me up. What's good? Bianca's like, well, I'm busy, but I really want love, but you're sitting here acting like it's funny. And I want something serious. So he's like, it's not like that. And then the episode was just really emotional, but I love the duet that Bianca and Pray Tell do at the AIDS Ward. That was really, really touching. I'm actually going to YouTube and see the name of the song because I want to download it, but it's interesting. And then at the end, hold on a second. After Stan is kicked out at the end of the episode, he shows back up to Angel's job, and Angel's working inside now, so she sitting in a window, like, you know how in France when you're looking for some prostitutes, they sit them in windows like mannequins. She does the same thing. So now I'm going to read a recap from Pose by Brian Mullane from Vulture. This article was written July 8, 2018. The episode starts off right where it should be, with Angel and Patty confronting... Oh, I forgot about that. Angel and Patty confrontation. However, they've moved from the streets outside the bar, where they were all at the end of the last episode, to a booth at the diner. Angel starts by saying, I don't know what to say. Girl, you should have said plenty already. I want to see what happens before they go to the diner. Did Patty say I'm Stan's wife? And the Angel said, oh, we better do this over pancakes. And then they had to walk there. I wanted to see the walk. Did they make small talk? I love your jacket. What is it? How was the drive from New Jersey? Was there a lot of traffic? Great weather we're having? How about them Mets? Stan and I talk about them after we fuck. I mean, the possibilities are endless. All jokes aside, the scene between Patty and Angel is some of the best of the entire series so far. First, the two women are joined by what they have in common. Angel says all she wanted to do was be kept woman. But then, once she achieved that, she hated it. She felt like a doll who was only of value when Stan wanted to play with her. Patty feels the same way as his wife, and says she needs to keep lying to herself to pretend like she ever wanted to be Stan's wife and a mother. They can only get there because Angel is unspeakable, and Patty just assumed that she was a woman the whole time. When Angel explained that she's a transsexual, Patty doesn't believe her and asks to see Angel's genitalia. Now the women are divided by their differences. Angel then gives a great speech where she says, everything I can't have in this world is because of what I have down there. If you really want to know who I am, that is the place you should look. For those outside of the trans community, this show is basically an analog of what is happening in that dining booth. A trans person explains her life to people outside of the community. The one scene should cure any view of ever thinking it's okay to ask a trans person that intimate question ever again. While Patty showed some guts approaching Angel, she was chicken when dealing with everything else. She goes on her own to get an HIV test because she fears, reasonably for the time, that a sex worker might have passed the virus to her husband. Then she goes to a psychiatrist to talk about Stan and the affair. All of this happens without confronting him or asking for an explanation. When she finally works up the courage to do so, this is an ambush at a psychiatrist's visit. Patty finally asks Stan what is going on. She doesn't even mind that he cheated, just why he cheated with that person. She asked him, is he gay, and if something happened to him as a child, because those are the only two possible explanations. Maybe he just saw her as a woman, much like Patty did, but when she first met Angel, Stan just starts sobbing, either crushed that his secret is finally out or liberated that he no longer needs to hide it. The next day at the office, however, Stan beats up his mentor Matt for telling Patty about his affair. Matt essentially claims Stan's clock and says to him, the guy you pretended to be doesn't exist. Isn't that true of everyone on this show? Isn't that what chasing realness is about? Surely Matt isn't packing a foot of man sausage like he brags to a secretary right before Stan attacks him. Everyone is trying to turn the illusion of their life into reality. Now that Patty dumps Stan, he shows up at Peep World because back into Angel's booth. Where does that leave them now? Does Stan get to keep his job after the outburst? Is he going to try to have a real relationship with Angel, or is he going to leave her so that he can try to reconcile with Patty? Why all the damn cliffhangers, Pose? The other big story this week was about Pray Tell finally confronting the death of his boyfriend, Kostas, and by extensions, his own mortality now that he knows he's contracted HIV. You know this story would be important because it trotted out Sandra Bahard to play Nurse Judy. Fun fact, Nurse Judy is actually Nurse Jackie's mother. Judy is working at the drab AIDS ward of the hospital as she charges Pray Tell with livening up the place a bit. He decides he'll do that by bringing a little cabaret performance. Actually, he just gets two streams, a piano player, and decides to sing a solo. It didn't seem like there was another act in the cabaret. And luckily, Bianca shows up to the duet with him on Home from the Musical Wiz. Clearly, that was not Bianca's real singing voice, right? I mean, there are no ways that deep, dulcet tone we saw on the show could possibly come out of that body as Bianca normally speaking voice. Luckily, Tony winner Billy Porter plays Pray Tell, so we know his pipes all of his own, while their singing duet a couple of tears to the eyes. Did we really need two full songs right in the middle of the show, sapping it all as if forward? Now, not even on Glee would they do a full song and then continue. Never did them back to back. Anyway, Kostas tells Pray Tell that after he's gone, that Pray Tell has to embrace life and enjoy because he doesn't know how much time he'll have left. He does just that and stops playing. Love is a message on repeat at the ball. Everyone is very relieved, and I wish they knew the reason why he was obsessed with it. He tells Kotas, it's because they danced to it all summer in 1980, before the HIV pandemic started. We were free to love, free to fuck, free to our gay ass selves in this shithole of a town, he says. They'll never that feeling that you can love without dying. Girl, this is some profound stuff behind that one song. Bianca had the least profound storyline of the night when Darius, a hunky dude full of pickup lines, approaches her at a ball, asking her out on a date, but she finds out from Candy and Lulu and the girls that work in the store, with Lulu played by RuPaul drag contestant Jiggly Clanté, that Darius sleeps with all of the girls. She stands him up so she can go sing with Pray Tell. At the end of the episode, she tells him off and says that she deserves love and romance like any other woman, not just a hot, well-endowed, apparently guys who just want her for her body. I have a feeling we're going to see Darius around again. After all, if we learn anything this episode, it's that love is the message. Man, that episode almost had me crying, y'all. That was just, emotional. Like, I feel, this is just my opinion, that all these STDs were man-made because a million years ago, we didn't have coronavirus, HIV, AIDS, all these crazy things, and then the explanation was that because a human has sex with a monkey. Like, what the heck? That crap don't make no damn sense. And again, I will say this again, we do not treat people any different because of their sexuality or the things that they do that we don't like. Unless you're a pedo, stay the fuck away from me. But we shouldn't be mean to someone because of their sexuality or what they identify as. Even if we disagree with it, we should treat people with respect. Thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you.